Hello. Today General Hospital will reveal a storm of speculation and emotional reactions has swept through the General Hospital fanbase following the surprising announcement from actress Caitlin MacMullen, who plays the emotionally layered and deeply beloved character Willow Tate. In a recent update shared with fans, Caitlin revealed that her current contract with General Hospital is nearing its end, and as of now, no official word has been given regarding a renewal. This revelation has triggered an outpouring of responses ranging from concern and confusion to heartbreak and hope, especially as Willow's recent storylines have been marked by emotional turbulence, questionable romantic choices, and a growing disconnect between her and the Port Charles she once called home. Caitlin MacMullen's portrayal of Willow over the years has earned her critical acclaim and a fiercely loyal fanbase. From the character's early days as a schoolteacher with a tragic past involving cult manipulation, to her painful journey through illness, grief, and betrayal, Willow has emerged as one of the show's most compelling and complex figures. But despite her past strength and resilience, recent storylines have left many fans wondering if the character is being sidelined or misused. The romantic entanglements with Michael Corinthos and later Drew Kane, particularly the abrupt shift between relationships and the lack of consistent emotional depth, have led some to question whether the writers have lost sight of what made Willow such a relatable and rooted character in the first place. Adding to the intrigue is Caitlin's candid reflection on her time at General Hospital. While expressing genuine gratitude for being a part of the long-running soap, Caitlin made it clear that she has cherished every moment of bringing Willow to life. She called her journey with the show transformative and described the cast and crew as a second family. Still, she hinted at the need to step away temporarily to resolve contractual matters and reflect on the next chapter in her career. Her statement was carefully worded, not quite a goodbye, but not a definitive stay either, leaving viewers clinging to the hope that her absence is merely a pause, not a finale. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest that writers have already drafted a temporary exit storyline for Willow, one that mirrors her emotional fragility and inner turmoil. In upcoming episodes, Willow is expected to learn the shocking truth about Drew Kane, her current partner, who, it turns out, had a secret one-night affair with Nina Reeves, Willow's biological mother and former nemesis. This betrayal, layered atop the traumas Willow has endured, reportedly pushes her to a breaking point. According to leaks from within the writer's room, Willow will suffer a severe psychological breakdown, leading her loved ones to admit her to an out-of-town mental health treatment facility for her safety and recovery. This paves the way for Caitlin's temporary departure from the show without permanently writing off the character. The storyline has already sparked massive debate online. Fans have taken to Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook to voice their thoughts, some expressing disappointment at the way Willow has been written lately, while others are devastated by the idea of losing Caitlin, even temporarily. Willow has been through so much, and now this? It feels like the writers are punishing her character rather than allowing her to grow, one fan lamented. Another added, Caitlin deserves better. She's carried so many emotional scenes with grace, and this is how they reward her. But not all reactions are negative. A growing number of viewers believe this break could be exactly what both the character and the actress need. There are even whispers that the creative team at GH is considering reinventing Willow when she returns. Possibly with a more complex, assertive, and even darker edge. Fans speculate that her return could involve a surprising transformation, one that reflects her accumulated pain and newfound strength. She may no longer be the passive, kind-hearted victim, but a woman ready to take control of her life and seek justice for the wrongs committed against her. Despite the uncertainty, Caitlin's dedication to the role is unquestionable. In every scene, she has poured raw emotion into her performance, captivating viewers with subtle expressions of fear, heartbreak, and hope. She has handled sensitive topics like cancer, grief, infertility, and trauma with dignity and authenticity, drawing praise not just from fans but also from fellow cast members and industry critics alike. Her chemistry with co-stars, particularly Chad Duell, Michael, and Cameron Matheson, Drew, has added emotional weight even to otherwise weakly written storylines. For now, the future remains unresolved. There is no word on whether contract negotiations will conclude in Caitlyn's favor, nor is there confirmation on how long Willow will be absent from Port Charles. What is certain, however, is the void her departure, temporary or permanent, will leave in the hearts of those who have followed her journey. The response from fans has been overwhelming, with messages of support flooding Caitlyn's social media accounts. Some have even launched online petitions urging the network and producers to prioritize her return, citing her importance not just as an actress but as a symbol of emotional resilience within the show. As General Hospital moves forward, viewers are left to wonder how the canvas of Port Charles will shift without Willow. Will Michael find redemption? Will Drew face consequences for his deception? Will Nina, once again, lose the daughter she just began to reconnect with? These questions now hang in the air like unresolved chords, waiting for the next act to begin. Whether Caitlin MacMullen chooses to stay, return, or explore new creative opportunities, her impact on General Hospital is undeniable. Willow's journey may be on pause, but her story, and the passion she ignites in viewers, is far from over. For now, all fans can do is hope that this moment of uncertainty becomes the catalyst for a powerful comeback. In a recent heartfelt interview, Caitlin MacMullen opened up about her deep affection for the cast and crew of General Hospital, describing the production as her second home and a cherished part of her artistic journey. Her words were filled with emotion and warmth as she reflected on the years she has spent portraying Willow Tate, a role that has challenged her as an actress and allowed her to grow both personally and professionally. Caitlin made it clear that being part of GH has meant more to her than just a job, it has been a meaningful chapter in her life. She expressed immense gratitude to the fans, the writers, her fellow actors, and the production team who have stood by her side through the highs and lows of Willow's emotional and complex storyline. Although Caitlin emphasized her desire to continue contributing to the world of Port Charles, she delicately acknowledged that she would need to step away temporarily to address some important contractual matters. While she didn't elaborate on the nature of these discussions, her carefully chosen words hinted at uncertainty, leaving fans to wonder whether her absence will be short-lived or the beginning of something more permanent. This ambiguity has only added to the growing mystery surrounding the fate of Willow Tate, a character who has endured trauma, illness, and betrayal, yet remained a figure of resilience and quiet strength. Behind the scenes, sources close to the show revealed that the writing team has acted swiftly to craft a temporary storyline to explain Willow's sudden absence in a way that feels both natural and emotionally grounded. In a dramatic twist that is set to unfold in the coming episodes, Willow will make a devastating discovery that shatters her world. After a period of rebuilding trust and slowly allowing herself to open up again, Willow will learn that Drew Kane, the man she has recently grown close to, has been hiding a dark and painful secret. He once spent the night with Nina Reeves, her estranged biological mother and longtime nemesis. The revelation doesn't stop there. Willow will also uncover a disturbing pattern of dishonesty and manipulation from Drew, suggesting that his betrayal goes deeper than a single moment of weakness. For a woman who has endured so much loss and fought so hard to regain a sense of normalcy after battling leukemia and confronting the trauma of her past, this truth is too much to bear. The emotional impact of the betrayal overwhelms her, triggering a mental health crisis that forces her family and friends to make an impossible decision. As her loved ones watch helplessly, Willow begins to spiral into a state of confusion and emotional instability. Struggling to cope with the betrayal, the lies, and the unresolved grief from her past, she begins exhibiting signs of severe psychological distress. In an act of both compassion and desperation, Michael and those closest to her arrange for Willow to be admitted to a specialized mental health treatment center located in another state. The decision is gut-wrenching, but they know it is necessary for her healing. Willow's sudden departure sends shockwaves through Port Charles. Michael is devastated, feeling both guilt and helplessness. Nina is consumed by remorse and fear, terrified that her daughter may never forgive her for the role she played in Drew's deception. Carly, too, is drawn into the chaos, as her own past with Drew and her protective instincts toward Willow create new tensions. The community begins to fracture under the weight of secrets exposed and relationships tested. The storyline promises to launch General Hospital into a darker, more emotionally charged arc, centered on themes of betrayal, mental health, redemption, and the long road to healing. It also leaves the door wide open for Willow's eventual return, perhaps with a new sense of clarity, or possibly transformed in ways no one could predict. Caitlin MacMullen's temporary exit from the show, while deeply felt, is being handled with care and narrative purpose. For fans, her absence will undoubtedly leave a void, but the hope remains that this is only a pause in her journey, not the end. Viewers continue to express unwavering support for the actress and the character she has so brilliantly brought to life. Whether Willow returns stronger, changed, or still in search of herself, one thing is certain: Caitlin's performance has left an indelible mark on General Hospital, and her story is far from over. On social media, reactions from General Hospital fans regarding Willow's storyline and Caitlin MacMullen's possible departure have been intense and deeply divided. While some viewers have voiced genuine concern and sadness over the character's temporary exit, others have taken the opportunity to reflect on the direction Willow's narrative has taken in recent months, particularly her romantic involvement with Drew Kane. A significant segment of the audience has not shied away from expressing their disappointment, criticizing the Drew-Willow relationship as forced, emotionally shallow, and lacking the kind of development that once made Willow's romantic arcs compelling. These viewers argue that the chemistry between the characters has felt inconsistent and the emotional beats underdeveloped, leading to a sense of disconnection from Willow's once relatable struggles and growth. Despite the criticisms of recent plotlines, there is a widespread and overwhelming respect for Caitlin MacMullen as a performer. Many fans have rushed to her defense, acknowledging that the limitations of the writing should not overshadow her heartfelt portrayal of Willow Tate. Caitlin has done everything she can with the material she's been given, one fan posted on Twitter. Even when the storyline is weak, she brings sincerity and depth to every scene. She deserves so much more. Others echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing that Caitlin has remained one of the emotional pillars of General Hospital, bringing nuance to a character who could easily have become one-dimensional in lesser hands. Caitlin deserves a storyline rich in emotion and complexity, another fan wrote on a Reddit thread. Instead of being pushed into underdeveloped romances, she should be given arcs that allow her to explore grief, healing, identity, and self-empowerment. She has the acting chops to carry that kind of material. Interestingly, not all of the online buzz has been grounded in disappointment. A wave of hopeful speculation has emerged, suggesting that Willow's temporary departure could be part of a larger, long-term strategy by the writers to reinvent the character. Rumors and unconfirmed leaks have surfaced on platforms like Reddit and Twitter, hinting that Willow might eventually return to Port Charles transformed, emotionally stronger, more independent, and far less vulnerable to manipulation. Some even believe the writers are preparing to introduce a darker, more layered version of Willow, one who confronts her past trauma with assertiveness and refuses to be anyone's victim. According to one widely circulated theory, after her time in a mental health facility, Willow could return with a sense of self-possession and inner strength that she has never exhibited before. Gone would be the overly forgiving and soft-spoken woman we once knew. Instead, she would be reintroduced as a force to be reckoned with. Calculated, emotionally intelligent, and capable of holding others accountable for the harm they caused her. In this hypothetical version of her return, Willow no longer seeks validation through romantic relationships but begins to assert her independence in ways that shake up the existing dynamics in Port Charles. Her reunion with Michael, if it happens at all, would be on her own terms. And as for Drew and Nina, she may be ready to confront them head-on with clarity and fierce resolve. This possible rebirth of Willow has reignited interest in the character for many fans who had begun to feel disconnected from her journey. The idea of seeing Willow embrace her pain, grow from it, and return with a renewed purpose has resonated with longtime viewers who feel she has been stuck in a cycle of passive suffering. For them, the notion of Willow reclaiming her agency, and maybe even stepping into a role of leadership or activism, feels like a natural next step for a character who has endured so much but rarely had the chance to truly thrive. Some have even speculated that the writers could use this transformation as an opportunity to pair Willow with unexpected allies or adversaries, opening the door to exciting new storylines. Could she become a new confidant for characters like Elizabeth Weber or Anna Devane? Might she become a thorn in the side of powerful figures like Carly Corinthos or even Sonny himself, as she seeks justice and clarity in her life? The possibilities, fans argue, are endless, if the writing team is willing to take the risk and give Caitlin MacMullen the narrative she deserves. For now, all of these theories remain speculative. But one thing is certain, whether Willow's absence is brief or prolonged, her presence has left a lasting mark on General Hospital. Caitlin MacMullen's dedication, talent, and emotional honesty have made Willow a character worth rooting for, even when the writing falters. And if the stars align, her return could very well be the rebirth that not only reshapes her character but reinvigorates the show as a whole. The question that now lingers on the minds of General Hospital fans everywhere is this: will Caitlin MacMullen choose to renew her contract and remain a part of the long-running soap opera, or will she take a bold step into new territory, seeking fresh opportunities in her acting career? At this point, no official confirmation has been made by either Caitlin herself or the show's producers, leaving her future on the series cloaked in uncertainty. Yet, amid this ambiguity, one thing stands resolutely clear: the love and admiration that fans have for Caitlin is as unwavering as ever. In the wake of her announcement, a groundswell of support has emerged across social media platforms, most notably on Twitter, where the hashtag #KeepCaitlinOnGH began trending almost immediately. What started as a few heartfelt posts quickly turned into a movement, with thousands of fans sharing clips of Willow's most emotional scenes, writing messages of appreciation, and pleading with the showrunners to recognize Caitlin's value to the GH family. Fans from all walks of life have come together under this unifying cause, voicing their belief that Caitlin's departure would not only leave a void in the ensemble cast, but also in the heart of the show itself. Many longtime viewers have emphasized how instrumental Caitlin has been in keeping certain storylines emotionally grounded. Whether portraying Willow's gut-wrenching battle with leukemia, her grief over the loss of her infant son, or her intense inner conflict during the discovery of her biological lineage, Caitlin has delivered performances that transcend the boundaries of daytime television. She has become a cornerstone of the show for many fans, someone who brought a quiet, emotional honesty to scenes that might otherwise have fallen flat. The speculation around her future has sparked discussions not only about the creative direction of General Hospital but also about the soap opera industry at large, which has faced mounting pressure in recent years to evolve, diversify, and retain its talent. Some fans believe that Caitlin may be receiving offers outside of daytime TV, perhaps in primetime dramas, streaming platforms, or even film. Her talent, they argue, is more than capable of commanding larger audiences and more complex roles. Yet, others remain hopeful that she will stay with GH, perhaps under a renegotiated contract that gives her more agency over Willow's trajectory. Industry insiders have remained tight-lipped about the ongoing contract negotiations, and while that silence could mean a number of things, many interpret it as a positive sign, suggesting that discussions are ongoing and that neither party has fully closed the door. Still, the tension continues to build with each passing episode in which Willow's presence is missed or diminished. Fans are holding their breath, refreshing social media feeds and soap opera news sites daily, hoping for some kind of resolution. Until that moment arrives, viewers will be left to watch the story unfold on screen with heightened emotional investment, looking for clues about Willow's fate and what it might mean for the show's future. Will she return stronger and more central than ever before? Will Caitlin be given the narrative freedom to explore new layers of Willow's character, or will the show say goodbye to her for good? What's undeniable is that even during this uncertain chapter, Caitlin MacMullen's legacy within General Hospital continues to shine. Her name has become synonymous with vulnerability, strength, and quiet perseverance, traits that have endeared her to millions of viewers. While Willow may temporarily disappear from the canvas, Caitlin's impact remains vividly present, not only in the storylines she helped bring to life but in the hearts of those who have followed her every step of the way. In time, the truth will come to light, whether it be a renewed contract and a triumphant return, or a heartfelt farewell to Port Charles. Either way, Caitlin MacMullen's name will echo in the halls of General Hospital long after her final scene, a testament to the power of a performance that touched so many lives.